Okay, let me find it here on my iPad. If you join me, please say hi. Let me know you're here and where you're from. I'd really appreciate it. Trying to find it here on my iPad. I'm going to check out the sound. I guess I need to say something to check out the sound, don't I? Silly me. I was waiting for the delay, but it already passed. Okay. Okay, let me get this muted. So if you join me, please say hi. Let me know you're here, so that way I can see the comments. Get this turned around here. All right. All right. If I start the comments, maybe I'll be able to see then. Okay. This is Linda from Blue Doris and More. Hi. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a great weekend. I needed to get one more live in this week, so I decided to do something I hope will be fairly quick. You know, you never know with me because I design on the fly. So I wanted to do another one of these dog paw wreaths, and I got a few different signs, so therefore I've got a few different stacks of ribbon, because the ribbon I use is going to be dependent on the sign I use, I think. I've got 3 signs. Let me show you the signs. I've got this one. It says, "Love me, love my dog." And I got this one from Carolina Pottery last weekend down in South Carolina. And it's like a deep red. You know, it's like it's not really a burgundy, but it's a really, really deep red. And then I got this one. And it says, "When all else fails, hug the dog." Yeah, when all else fails, hug the dog. I also got that one at Carolina Pottery down in South Carolina last weekend. And then I've got this one. Hi, Debbie. Oh, first time here from Utah. Thank you so much for joining me, Debbie. And hi, Peggy. How are you doing? And I've got this one, and I've had it for a while because it's the one I was going to use. I'm trying to, hopefully the glare doesn't see it. And it says, "A house is not a home without a dog." And it's a big metal dog paw. And that's the one I was planning on using on my next dog paw wreath, but I'm not really sure if I want to use that one. Kind of torn. Kind of torn on which one to use. I'm favoring one of these two. And to be honest, I'm favoring this one. Is what I'm really favoring. But I'm really favoring, one of these 2 wooden ones. So I've got this big pile of blue ribbon, and I'm not feeling blue, but see if I can do this. How talented do you think I'm going to be? Okay, and it's just a variety of different blues, and then I have a kind of a tan gingham plaid in here. And that's blue because I've got this blue dog paw. But I'm not really feeling blue. And that one, if I use that one, it could go with either this one or this one. And the thing about this one, which is why I'm really not feeling it, number one, it's big, but it's got this little stand in the back. And I've used these before, and I just used bolt cutters to cut this off, but I don't have bolt cutters at my daughter's house. So I'm kind of using that as an excuse not to use that one tonight, maybe. What do you think? You think that'll work? And then I have I know this is, you can't see this, it's what's left on this roll, but it's the black and white dog paw. But I've got another roll of it over here in my red, but see, it's got, this is a black and tan, kind of a gingham. This is a, I don't know, zigzag on what is it, burlap. And then I have a variety of other black and whites. So I thought I would use that one with this one maybe. Or, you know, the big metal bone. That would work with that one as well. But what I'm really kind of feeling is kind of red. And for red, I've got this red and black buffalo plaid. I've got the black, okay, help me, houndstooth? I think it's houndstooth. I think that's what it is. And then there's a red and black, tiny black polka dot, just a red and white kind of a, I don't know, pattern, red and white stripe. And then, of course, my dog paw. So I'm really, and that one I would definitely use with this one. So, okay, I see a thumbs up. So you like the red? Are you guys feeling red? I'm really kind of feeling the red myself tonight. And I don't know why, but on these dog paws I usually do red. It just kind of speaks to me on these. I don't know why. Well, I usually do the little Hobby Lobby black wooden bone sign that says something about dog kisses. But I couldn't find any. I went to 2 Hobby Lobbies and I couldn't find any of them. So I think that might be why I do red, because it has a little red and tan gingham bow on the little corner. So that's kind of, you know, I'm not really feeling the blue, so I think I'm going to set the blue down out of the way. I'm just not feeling the blue. So now I need to decide between the red and just the blacks and tans. So what do you think? Help me out here. If I use these, isn't this cute? Okay. If I use the black and the black and tan, I would probably use this sign. Red, Peggy. I'm feeling red myself. I'm kind of hoping you guys will vote red, because I'm going to do whichever one you tell me. So I'm either going to do the black and the tan with this sign, or I'm going to do the reds with this one. So give me thumbs up for this sign with the black and tan, and give me hearts for this sign with the red. Hi Connie, welcome. So again, hearts for the red and thumbs up for the black and tans. Okay, I'm seeing hearts, so I'm guessing we're going to do the red. All right, good, because that's what I was feeling anyway. So let me get these signs out of the way. And let me get this ribbon out of the way. Got to keep my dog paw ribbon though, because I need that one. And we're going to use the reds. Very good, very good. Lots of hearts. I like to see that, because that's what I was feeling anyway. All right, so I'm going to set those aside for now. Because what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower this so you can see my work table. I got this back a little farther, so it's hard for me to get to. So bear with me while I try to lower this. And forgive me if my hand gets in the way. Let me see. I'm going to wait till my iPad catches up so I can see if that's good. Okay, I'm thinking that's good. You can see my work table, right? Okay. So I've kind of got it laid out here. It's not hooked together. I'm just going to do that on the live. So, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. I use, I'm not sure what size. Let me see what this is. This is about I'm guessing about a 14-inch grapevine wreath. okay? And then I use 4 of these little ones, and these little ones are about 7 inches, 6 to 7. This one's 6. It's a little smaller, and that's what I usually like. But I mean, you know, you got to get whatever Hobby Lobby or Joann's have at the moment, and so that's what I got. So I use one about 14 inches, and then 4 about 6 or 7 inches. So, and that makes the shape of the dog paw. So that's what we're gonna work on. So let me get these price tags off of these little ones. And I use this it's cloth covered wire, cloth covered brown wire. I get it at Hobby Lobby. And I'm hoping I've got enough. I got another roll somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I'm hoping this is going to be enough. If not, I'll just put my zip ties on and then go back over it later when I find it, because you'll get the general idea. So let me get all these price tags off. Okay. And yeah, it doesn't say. Okay. My trash bag down here is getting quite full. I should have emptied it. Okay, now I could start by hooking these together, but I really need to have them laid out on here so that I know. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to attach them here. I don't have any big black ones. I got some little small black zip ties, and I'm just going to hook a couple together because I don't have any big ones left. So I'm just going to try hooking a couple together. Hopefully that'll work. I just kind of work them through the grapevine. Hopefully you can see this. I don't go like all the way around it. I just kind of like work it through. I'm going to trim that little tail off there. And then I go around this one. When I get these connected, I'll go over them with that brown wire. And I like to keep them so that they're kind of laying flat. The best I can. Hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. I'm going to snip that off too. I'm going to go ahead and attach these, and then I'll go back over them with the brown wire. And I do need to pay attention now that I'm thinking about it. I just want to explain on grapevine wreaths, there's what I call a front side and a back side. And this side, because it's got like these, I don't know if you can see, it's got this little nubby that's standing up. I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see it there on the white? Yeah. See, it's got these pieces, so that's going to be the front side. So I should have looked at that, because now these are going to be standing up on the front, and that's okay. But I need to watch, because I want to put my sign like resting it against that. So that's going to determine the placement of those. So when I laid it out before, I kind of had it like there, like placed up against there. So that means I want to put my paws like that, so that I can have the sign at a diagonal. I usually put my signs at a diagonal from the bottom up to the right. So that's kind of how I want to do that. So I need to place my my little paws accordingly. I think since I started that one on the back, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over so they're all laying down in the same area. It's okay that they're going to be towards the front. That's not going to hurt anything at all. I just want them to all be the same, so. And I got to keep them close together because I'm going to tie these together too. Thanks, Mary. Hi, Rachel. Okay. These are always a good seller for me here locally. So, oops, that was go this way. Got to remember which way I'm going here, so I get them placed how I want them with the sign location. And I do wish I had some big black ones. I do have big white ones, but all of my colored ones are small. But that's okay. Alright, so we're just going to keep going through the grapevine and then connecting these. But like I said, these are always a very popular seller here locally. Okay. Which I like because then you don't have to worry about, you know, getting a box big enough to ship them, which I have boxes big enough, but you know what I mean. I would certainly ship them if I needed to. Okay. And then this way. Okay. Oh, you did? You just made one, Wendy? Hi, Wendy. I don't know if I said hi to you. Don't you love them? They're so fun to make, and you can decorate them, you know, so many different ways. I usually keep mine simple and just put a bow on it, a bow and a sign. Well, actually, I should say some of them I put burlap on them too. So I guess I do get a little more creative. I used mesh in some and burlap in some, but this one I thought I would just do a bow and a sign. I see some people make and they put all kinds of florals and stuff on them. So yeah, you can get as simple or as fancy as you want to get. There. That one didn't, the little, where I got them hooked together, didn't want to go through there. Okay. I got it twisted crooked. Okay. I get the small rings at Hobby Lobby or Joann's, Wendy. I got these at Joann's. Hobby Lobby was out. I just got to catch them because they don't always have them. But they're back in the grapevine section with all the other grapevines. But these I got at Joann's. I got those 4 on there. So now what I'll do is I'll use my brown floral wire. And these I usually do wrap around the whole thing because, I mean, it just kind of blends in with the grapevine. You really can't see it that much, but I just do it to keep them extra secured. So I'll wrap it around about 3 good times. Like I said, I'm hoping this, what I've got left here is going to be enough. I got another roll somewhere, and I just can't seem to find it. Twist that together real good. Oh, you do? You see these little ones at Dollar Tree? I see Dollar Tree has, and I've got some somewhere. They're bigger though. They're not, these are only like 6 inches. The ones that I see at my Dollar Tree anyway, yours might be different, are probably about 10 inches maybe. Let me look here, I think. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've got some of the Dollar Tree ones here. Yeah, they're a little grapevine, but they're bigger. They're, yeah, they're about 8 or 9 inches. So see, they're quite big, I think, you know, to use as the paws. But if you use a larger wreath, it would be fine. But I'm using a smaller grapevine wreath, so I like the smaller paws on it. But yep, you could certainly use those. Okay. Yeah, yours are 10 inches. Yeah, that's what I figured. They're probably about 10 inches. That one I just measured was about 8 or 9, but like I say, they vary in size. And I also will wrap these together here, side by side. Okay, I need to get me a long piece here. All this is a very heavy gauge wire. I don't know what gauge it is, but it's very, you know, thick and heavy. It's still pliable though, so, you know, you don't have to worry about it not being pliable. Oh, you know, I didn't think about that. The base for the witch's hat. That's a cool idea. That is a very, very cool idea. Thanks for that. I'm using the floral wire. Okay. You're using the floral wire separately to the large wreath, then to each other. Yes. Yes. I attached the small ones to the large one with zip ties, and then I covered the zip ties and attached it even better with the floral wire. Yes. Yes, Mary, that's what I did. And I just do that for extra, you know, stability. That and you don't see the zip ties that way. And this brown floral wire really blends in, you know, very nicely with the grapevine. The large wreath is 14 inches. And these small ones are, 3 of them are 7 inches and 1 is 6 inches. So 6 to 7 inches, you know, whatever you can find. can use, you can make these as large or as small as you want. But I try to keep them, you know, a size where I could ship them, you know, nicely if I needed to ship them without having to get a really huge box. And keep them a nice size to fit on most doors. So I usually use the 14-inch grapevine base. I have used 16-inch before, and I've used 12-inch before. This particular one is 14. Put different color mesh on the base and be sure to paint the cone shine. Oh, I got you for the witch hat. Gotcha. So, what kind of cone do you use? Do you get the grapevine cone, Wendy? Or do you use a styrofoam cone and then just decorate it? Or what do you use for the cone? I mean, I've seen it, you know, different ways. But yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. Grapevine cone, cool. Sounds absolutely great. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over these other three. I'm hoping I'm gonna have enough wire. Like I said, if not, I'll cover them later when I find my other roll. This just adds extra. Cut my wire to my light. That would have been hilarious, wouldn't it? My umbrella light. Working with grapevines sure do make a mess, though. They're pretty messy to work with. Yeah, I'm sure Pinterest has all kinds of great ideas for just about anything you can think of. I love Pinterest for ideas. This way. This week has flown by so quickly, I can't believe it's Sunday evening already. I'm not going to have enough for all of them, so I am going to have to do that last one. Unless I only put 2 on here, which I guess I could. I do have dog paw ribbon. I have, it's 1.5 inch. I know I have a 2.5 inch of the white with the black paws somewhere, and I couldn't find it. It's in a box. I had everything color coordinated in my tubs and boxes. And I'm getting pretty lazy. I'm just throwing things in a box. So I couldn't find the 2.5 inch. But I have the 1.5 inch white with the black paws. This one. And I also have a white with blue paws. So, for those of you who joined late, my question or survey at the beginning of the video was what color, what sign should I use? I had 3 different signs, and what color. So, it was decided that I would use this red sign, and it says, love me, love my dog, and the red ribbon. So, we're doing red. But I also had a variety of blue ribbons with the blue dog paw, and just a variety of black and white and black and burlap tan. But we're going with red, which is what I was feeling anyway. Well, you know, we don't have an at-home here. I'm in northern Indiana. We don't have them here. But I was down in South Carolina last weekend, and my daughter Googled it to see, and I was in, actually I was staying in the Greenville area, and my daughter Googled it, and she found that in around Malden, Greenville, that they had an at-home, but my schedule, because I was also going down to visit family in Columbia and North Augusta. So, I was able to go to the Old Time Pottery in Greenville, and I was able to go to the Carolina Pottery in Columbia, but I didn't make it to the at-home. So, maybe my next trip. Okay, so I've got those all hooked together. So, there's the dog paw. Okay. And like I said, I decorate them, you know, a variety of different ways. Sometimes I use mesh, sometimes I use burlap. Sometimes I like to put little dabs of burlap coming under the sign sometimes. But I don't think I'd do that this time. I'm just going to put the sign on there. And I got this sign at Carolina Pottery in Columbia. Oh, Sandy. Carolina Pottery in Columbia. I also got this one at Carolina Pottery in Columbia also. It says, when all else fails, hug the dog. So this was another one of our choices. And if I did that one, I was going to use the variety of the black and tan, you know, and black and white. And then I also have this one that I got at Hobby Lobby, which I've had for a while. But I wasn't feeling it tonight. I don't have my bolt cutters here because I have to use that bolt cutters to cut that off in the back. Don't have them. But I was really feeling red, so I know I probably influenced the group to vote red, but I was feeling red. It was that, you know, psychic telepathy there saying, vote red, vote red. But anyway, here's the paw. So, I'm going to, you live in Ohio. Yeah, like I said, you know, I was there anyway. I was going down there to visit family, so I, you know, tried to take advantage of it, of the opportunity, which I like to get my, my 15 to 24 work frames, you know, these. I like to buy those at Old Time Pottery, because it's either that or order them all online. And then, you know, you order them online, and you have to, you know, buy a lot to get free shipping, or you have to pay, you know, a lot in shipping. And so I'm going right by a Carolina Old Time Pottery, going to my sister-in-law's. I go right by it, going to her house. So I try to stop, you know, when I can. And it worked out this time. It's a 12-hour drive to her house, but we left, my daughter and I left early enough that we got down there in time to stop. So, I know, I did a live, and I looked a mess, but I just driven 12 hours, so, you know. So, anyway, so I did show you what I got. And I tried to do a live in Carolina Pottery the next day in Columbia, and something went wild. It only showed like the first few seconds, and then it cut off. So I was kind of bummed about that, because I was showing you all the ribbon and everything they had. That was my first time at Carolina Pottery. I tried to find it once before when I was down there, but I was in the wrong lane. I couldn't get over, and I ended up in the zoo. And I said, okay, Just get me out of here. All right. Well, Wendy, it depends. You know, depends on the cost of the materials that I have in it. So, but I normally sell them here locally when I just do a local sale, so then I don't have to worry about, you know, the boxes and all the other additional costs. I usually sell them for $50. So I would say, you know, 50 to 55 normally is what I normally sell these locally for. Okay, I know I need to cut this rope off of here, but it's going to leave 2 big holes. Shoot, I need to decide. Okay, guys, should I cut it off or should I just staple it to the back and leave those little nubbies? Because there's staples here, but they're way down in there. I can't get them out. And if I cut it, it's going to look kind of silly. So I can pull this down real tight and maybe staple it. What do you think? You think that'll work? I'm thinking I might try that. I don't know if my staples will fit. It's a pretty sizable rope. I don't know if my staples will fit over it. Yeah, they are, but I don't know that it's actually going to hold. Yeah, I think that's okay. I put 4 staples in there and it's holding it pretty tight. So I think I'm going to go with that. But yeah, like I said, I usually sell them locally for 50 to 55. It depends. Like I said, I do them. Some I put more things on them. So I put maybe mesh or burlap or something. But that's what I usually do. Okay. I did not get out any pipe cleaners. I do have one brown one here. I'm going to dig in my box here. I got all my pipe cleaners in a box here under my table where I can get to them pretty quickly if I need to. Yeah. So I'm going to dig me out a couple brown ones. I'm just going to... You'd cut it off. You think I should have cut it off? Well, if I think, you know, I can always go back and do that later. But for now, I got it stapled down, and we'll see. Okay. But like I said, these are really good sellers for me locally. And I post them on my local buy-sell trade site. Am I out of staples? Or is it just jamming again? Yeah, just jamming again. This staple gun, I tell you, it likes to jam on me a lot. Okay. But I post them on the... Look at that, I just broke that darn pipe cleaner. I post them on the buy-sell trade, and they usually sell like immediately, so maybe that tells me I'm not charging enough for them. I don't know, but I'm happy with that price. Try this again. So Wendy, when you said you have that one, is it this sign? You have this sign? Is that what you meant? I'm just gonna weave this pipe cleaner down through the grapevine. Sometimes I need to get my pliers and pathway for it. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. You definitely have a lot of customers there. Find my end of it so I can get it up through here. There we go. Is that it? Nope. Thought I had it. Okay, it is not wanting to go through that spot. Okay, I think I got it through. Yeah, I see it here. Okay, that's not going to work. I need to put 2 on there. So got to go fishing for another one. See if I can get these through here now. I try not to just, wrap it all the way around the grapevine. I try to put it down through the grapevine to try to hide it as best as I can. Man, I usually don't struggle this much with it. See how easy that went through? See, it usually does go through fairly easily. See if I can get the other one through there too. Okay. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. Alright, now let's see if I can have luck on this pretty thick over here. I don't know. See if I can get that down through there. My. Well, there's one. going to use brown on brown. It's a little hard to see that puppy. I know it's got to be right there. Well, I'm not going to argue with that right now. I'm just going to wrap it around the back and get it on here so we can move on. I shall tackle that fish later. Okay. Alright, so there's the paw with the sign on it. I know I need to do these, but I'll do those later. So there's a paw with the sign. Then I usually put a ribbon or bow, you know, opposite the sign, like right up in here, this area. So I'm going to set this thing aside. Set it down here. I'm going to get my Bodabra out. Bodabra. Oh dear, not my Bodabra. I do have a Bodabra. My Probo of the hand. I'm going to get this out. And we shall make a bow. We shall try to make a bow. I work at these, let me see, I'm going to do C. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I got 6. So with 6, that means I either won't do a center loop or I will use the same ribbon twice, which, you know, it's not against the rules. I like the center loop, so I'm gonna put that in there. Okay. So cut me 2 pieces, about 24 inches long, of this 26 gauge wire. Fold it in half. Set that one aside. Oh, thank you for sharing, Wendy. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind sharing, it'll save it to your page. You can go back and watch it later. If you know someone else who might want to watch it and see how to make one of these, that would be absolutely great. I really appreciate that. Okay, here's 2. Alright, so now I need to decide what order I want to use these in. I think I'm going to double dip on the dog paw, since, you know, that makes the most sense in my mind anyway. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and dovetail it when I was cutting it instead of cutting it straight. I'm still trying, you know. I try and try making these bows on my Probo of the hand, and I do okay, you know. I'm happy with them for, you know, for my level of experience or whatever, but let me see here. I got a little dab of this one left. It's probably enough to do the center one, so I'm going to start with that one. Then I'll use this one for my second pull. Like I said, I know I have somewhere, I have a 2.5 inch of this, the white with the black, excuse me, the white with the black, and I just couldn't find it. And I only had, you know, when I set out my mini chat, you know, my alert, I only had like 20 minutes. It was kind of a quick thing. It wasn't in my black bin, I'll put it that way, so, which is where it should have been, and it wasn't. So that means I stuck it somewhere else. I love this houndstooth. I don't know if you're a big houndstooth fan or not, but I am. Okay, so let me see. So I'm going to start with this little one here. I'm hoping that this is enough to get my center. My center loop. Forgive me if I get out of camera. I'm just dovetailing these. I try to do over the trash bit. If not, right above the trash so I can swoop them down there. I don't know that this is going to be long enough. Let me see. See, it's really not, it's not long enough. I shall save that one for something else. Okay, we'll start with this one. And I always make my tails too long on, you know, I do. I always make my tails too long on this center loop. I'm trying to decide if I think this one might be, yeah, I'll save that one. Okay, so I take one of my wires, and I wrap it around right there where I pinched it. And then I just wrap that up over that center peg. And I bring this back and I pinch it again. And I take one of the wires down, and the other one I take up and wrap around that stick. The other one I take down and wrap around the little nail at the bottom. And I tuck it underneath the board, get it out of my way. So I'll tuck that tail up there, and this one I go over here, and I always go over to my peg on the outside, so whichever row I'm using, that determines the length of my tail. So since I'm using C, I go over to the C peg. Okay, so there's that one for my center one. Yeah, Mary, you know, you and me both, you know, I keep practicing. And I should, you know, I really don't practice. I know they say to get some old, you know, old ribbon that you really don't care about wasting if, you know, if it doesn't turn out. But I just keep making my bows, you know, as I make them for my projects. So here's where your second wire, and what did I do with my second wire? Did I drop it? Thought I laid them both there together. Okay. I've apparently dropped it because I don't see it anywhere. There. Nope. Well, I'll find it later. Let me cut another one. I know I had them both there together. No biggie. Do another one. But yeah, you know, I keep watching, you know, the videos and stuff, and I'm learning a little bit more. Like, I could never figure out my wires, and I finally figured out my wire, what I was doing wrong on my wire. So this second wire, you take it through that little loop there, and then you pull it all the way back behind your little peg so that it's in the back behind the peg and it's not on anything. So you just kind of like tighten it there. And then that's what holds all of these subsequent. Yep, make sure I get the right side. So you just put that in there, and then you just take this little wire and you wrap it around this to hold it. So then you just take that one up, loop it around, bring it back. And the important thing is to try to keep it all straight, you know, back from this. is holding it tight. So you twist it so that the pretty side is up and goes around the next peg. You bring it back, you pinch it again, and then you twist it. And you bring these wires and wrap it real tight again around all of that. I twist a couple times. And then you just cut your other tail off. Yeah, the wires were the most confusing part for me too, but I think I finally got the wires down. My part is just getting it really tight, you know, and then keeping this straight. But like I said, you know, I'm figuring it out. I'm working on it, and I'm getting there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go in the order I've got them. Let me see. So on this helping hand wire, you just kind of like leave one up and leave one down. You know, then you put your ribbon kind of like right in between them. But my biggest challenge is fluffing. Getting it fluffed so that it looks, you know, like everybody else's. As pretty, you know, as all the other ones. I think I'm going to do this one next. So that's what I would say my biggest challenge still is getting them fluffed. And this one really is two-sided, so, you know, probably really wouldn't be so important to twist it, but I always do anyway. Now, if you watch Regina's video, she calls this twisting part bottoms up. You know, you pinch it, you go bottoms up and twist it like that. That way it keeps the pretty side facing up. And I do tend to always put my my 2.5 inch on the bottom. And I know some people put them on the bottom, some people intermix them. But since like I say, I struggle with the fluffing, so I try to keep them on the bottom. Oh shoot. Okay, I don't want to use this one yet. I want to do another one of these first. I'm looking at it thinking, wow, I got one too many pegs. I thought, no, I need to use I need to do a second one of that dog paw. So I'm going to do that one here. I don't want to get it too buried all the way down towards the bottom. So did you guys do anything interesting this weekend? I need to mow my yard, but last time I mowed my riding mower, I've got an old John Deere. I've had it for, you know, forever. And I ran out of gas, and I went back to my garage and got my gas can and went and put gas in it, and then I couldn't get it to start. And like I said, it's old, and every year usually I have to put a new battery in it, you know. But I just keep making do with it. You know, it works. And it wouldn't start, so I ran my power cords out, my extension cords out with my charger, and I put it on there and I let it charge, and I could not get that stinking thing to charge up and start. And my neighbor across the street saw me struggling, and he comes over and he says, Lindy, so you need some help? I said, I can't get it to start. And he said, well, let me go get mine and I'll jump it. So he went over and got his and came over, and we put his jumper cables on, and it jumped and it started right up. And I thought, okay, that's great. So I'll finish mowing because I didn't really have much left, but I couldn't get my deck to engage. And what I did, when I was messing around with it, there's a little knob that, you can push it to the left, and that disengages, I guess, your deck so that you can push it manually. Because I thought, well, I'll just push it up to the garage and not worry about it. Then I'll just use my push mower to finish what little bit I had left. Well, then that's when he saw me struggling, and he came over, and so I couldn't get it to push because it was pushing it uphill, and I couldn't get it to work. So I thought, okay, maybe I messed it up when I, used that knob to disengage the deck. So I had my son look at it, had him stop by and look at it, and he said, well, everything looks all right to me. It looks like it's all back. So, when you just try it next time, just see if it works. So I tried it a couple days ago, and I put the charger on it because I always have to charge it. Like I said, I always have to charge it. It won't hold a charge. And I charged and charged and charged, and that thing would not charge. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Probably telling me that it's about time for me to get a new one. So anyway, I push mowed part of my yard until I ran out of gas. And I had used all the rest of my gas I put in my John Deere mower, my Redding mower. So I got to go to the gas station and get some more gas. So my yard is still in need of to be finished mowed. The dog paw ribbon, Wendy, I think I ordered that from, I want to say I ordered that from either the Wreath shop or, because like I say, I've got a couple rolls of 1.5, and I know I have a roll of 2.5, so I want to say the Reshop and Craft Outlet. So anyway, then I untwist the wire that I originally, and I push it up real tight, get it twisted around. Then I grab the other 2 wires and I twist them together. But I'm thinking both. I think I got some from Craft Outlet and some from the Reshop. Or maybe one of them I ordered from Damon's Deco Exchange, the Deco Depot. I think he had some at one time, and I ordered some from him. Pretty sure he doesn't have any right now. I'll tell you what, if you ever shop from, Damon's Deco Depot and you see something you want, go for it quick because it does not last long. His stuff sells out almost as soon as he puts it up there. Okay, so I'm just going to set these aside here. Up here. I'll take care of them later. Get my fluff box up here. And like I said, is all the ribbon the same size? Yes, it is. It's all 1.5 inch except for this buffalo plaid I used. It's 2.5 inch. All the rest of it is 1.5 inch. So this is the part that I struggle with, trying to get it all fluffed so that it looks all nice and pretty. And I've I've tried making bows using less ribbon, less than 7, and they're just not full enough. I just can't make them look right. Okay, let me see. This needs to go over here more. But like I said, I'm still, I practice. I still keep trying. So. No, the fluff box, Mary, did not come with the Probo the Hand. You had to order that separately. You have to order that directly from Regina at Probo the Hand. That's the only place you can get this fluff box. The Probo the Hands. Oh, let me grab my box real quick here. It's just right here. This Probo the Hand. You can get these on Amazon. A lot of the designers sell them on their pages. You can get it from Probo the Hand. And that's probably I don't know. I think I don't remember if I ordered this from Amazon or if I ordered this directly from Probo the Hand. But anyway, that's what it is. But you can only get the fluff box from Regina. Okay, let me see. That one goes there. That one. Where was I? Okay. And it's heavy. It's very heavy. Which it needs to be with all the tugging and the pulling and stuff. It doesn't slide around. And also the, excuse me, these ribbon spool holders, you get one of these with your Probo. One of these will come with it, and it comes with probably this bag of the short pegs, which I seem to have dropped on the floor. But when I ordered the fluff box, I ordered an extra one of these spool holders and an extra bag of pegs. And they're the taller pegs. So I don't remember if the short ones come with it, and I ordered the tall ones. What I did not purchase is the really small ones, because you can do teeny tiny little ones, and you'd have to order those pegs separately. And I didn't order those because I didn't think I would really have a need to make anything that small. That would be like, I guess, for like the little tiny hair bows or something. I don't know. Now I gotta stand up so I can look at this, going straight down. So, it's not perfect, but, it works. Okay. When I set this down on the floor, I set it down on the upside down, so it was sitting on the paws. So I gotta untwist my wires here because I grabbed them all together. Okay. And I usually just put the bow, like right about here, in this area right here. Yes, I've heard about that, Wendy. A lot of people do that. They just put the little hook and eye, the little eye, right on their boards and do it that way. I mean, all it is you just need something, that you can hook your your wire into that's going to stay put. So yeah, I've heard of that, and other people make their own out of, you know, a variety of different things. Which, as I understand it, it's okay for the fluff box. You just can't try to make your own Probo because that's patented. She's got a patent on that. So, but the fluff box is not. So, okay. And again, I got to stand up and look at this straight down. So like I said, fluffing is still my little shortcoming, I guess. Okay, get all of these. You think I could easily get 60? You know. I might list it for 60 on Etsy and, you know, 50 or 55 on the local. And, you know, I do that. You know, I'll list things that I have on Etsy. I'll list them on my local site, too. And then I'll sell it through, I used to do the sell on Etsy app, but they did away with that. Now you have to use Square, so. And you can do cash sales through Square, so. But I have to go in and I modify the listing on Etsy first to put free shipping, and, you know, if I sell it for a lower price, then I'll change the price too, but see, and that's it. So what do you think? Like I said, you know, a lot of times I'll put like some little burlap or something coming out both sides here, or maybe some little colored cord mesh to, you know, coordinate with my bow, but that's pretty simple, right? Thanks, Wendy. Thank you so much. Like I said, I got to finish up this pipe cleaners on that sign, but just pretend those aren't there. Okay. So, it's not hiding this paw too much, is it? You can still see the paw, okay? You can tell that it's got 4 paws, right? Yeah. But there you go. So, let me see if I can get this up here. Like I say, I redid my camera position, and I was trying to do it so you can see both me and the work table, but that didn't work. So, oh, pardon my hand there. Okay. But now it's so far away, I gotta really struggle, reach. Gotta try to reach for it. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this, you know, and you think you might want to watch the replay, you know, give it a share. That'll save it to your page. If you know anybody else, then, you know, who might want to watch it and see how to make one for themselves, you know, or you know, whatever purpose, I'd really appreciate it. So, I don't have any more made right now. They sell as soon as I make them. As soon as I list them, they sell right away. So I don't have any more of these dog paws. Oh, I have a ton of wreaths made. I have a whole Etsy shop of wreaths. But I don't have any more of these dog paws. Because like I said, they sell as soon as I make them. But, yeah. So I'll probably list it to my Etsy. I'll probably list it to the local buy-sell trade first. And I'll give that a day or two. And if it doesn't sell within a day or two, then I'll list it on Etsy. But like I said, they always snatch them up as soon as I list them. They're always gone right away. So, like I said, that might be telling me I'm not asking enough for them. But they just seem to be a real favorite. So, oh, you're welcome. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. It means the world, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. So like I say, if you, wouldn't mind, liking and sharing, that means the world to me. And I hope you had a great weekend. And I know I did. I didn't get my mowing done, but, that's okay. It waits. It keeps waiting. But anyway, this is Linda from Blue Door Wreaths and More, and I really appreciate all of your company. Keep me company and chatting with me. It means the world to me. So you have a great Sunday, what's left of it, and I will catch you later. Let me see if I can reach this button way up here now. Talk to you later. Bye.